Dear Ola, it's great that we have you for this performance of translation. It's the file book, The Iron Age. You translate this file book into Ukrainian language and into Russian language. There will be a possibility that there will be also a theater text and that we will make a hyperbook. Today, it will be that you present translation, machine translation, and your own translation. And this will be a very good introduction into your translation. The floor is yours. Please.
Thank you. I'm delighted to have the opportunity today to share my experience of translating Herbert Arlt's poetry collection, The Iron Age. And I want to talk about a little bit about vice verse is a form of poetry where the arrangement of words on the page is significant, creating visual associations and effects. It's a way of expressing poetry where the structure of the text influences its meanings. Today, I want to share with you the peculiarities of my translation and the perception of poem in schwarzen Spiegel in the Black Mirror. And the structure of this poem plays a crucial role in creating its meaning and perception. The poem consists of 16 short lines forming pairs. Each pair contains two lines that reproduce the contrast between two concepts. For example, in Deutsch, wenn deine Nacktheit nicht mehr als eine Serie von Zeichnungen ist, if your nudity is nothing more than a series of drawings. This structure helps emphasize the concept of inner conflict, internal struggle, like I felt it, and the sense of loss of self-definition reflected in the poem. Each new contrasting image reflects an additional aspect of suffering or loss. The repetition of the word when, in English, if, in each line of the poem creates a special rhythm and a rhetorical effect. This word acts as a catalyst introducing a new idea or image, comparing or contrasting it with the previous one. The repetition of when creates an impression of an endless cycle reflecting the hopelessness of the situation. The rhythmic effects help focus attention on each isolated thoughts and enhance their significance in the context of the poem's overall meaning. Also, rhyme is not a necessary element in a white verse, and the main focus is on organizing the text on the page and utilizing space to create visual effects and association. In some poems, such as Schwarzen Spiegel, there is a need to find a rhyme to enhance the effects or create additional harmony in text in the process of translation into Ukrainian. Now I will read you the translation of this poem into Ukrainian so that you can hear the melody of the poem and the peculiarities of translation that machine translation or artificial intelligence cannot achieve. I understand that you will not grasp the meaning right now because the language is unfamiliar to you, but I want to read you two versions of translation of this poem. And it's even good that you don't understand the meaning and try to listen how the poem sounds. So you maybe can determine for yourself which version was translated by artificial intelligence and which one of the translated by me, trying to reflect the rhyme I felt. The first one. В чорному дзеркалі, коли твоя нагота вже лише серія малюнків, коли твоя музика супроводжує лише танець з тобою самим, коли твій одяг стає частиною твого барвистого обличчя, коли твоє виставляння – це лише твій грим і вбрання, коли твої приміщення та меблі були позичені з минулого світу, коли відтворювані тобою образи населяють твоє життя як примари, коли твоя країна кохання, та, де грають машини влади, коли ти ведеш боротьбу зі сльозами навіть у своїх снах, коли твої подорожі мають неоднозначну мету подалеку від тебе, коли ти намагаєшся перевищити себе забуттям для душі, переповненої та широкої у світі обмерзлих слів. Попри обличчя шоколадної самотності, тоді у чорному дзеркалі твій ворог з'являється. And second one. Коли нагота твоя лише низкою малюнків є, коли музика твоя лише танець собою супроводжує, коли різнобарвне лице твоє одягом стає, коли акторство твоє лише гримом та маскою виграє, коли кімнати і меблі твої з минулого світу запозичені, коли уявлені герої твоє життя привидами окутують, коли країна кохання землею владних ігор є, коли боротьба осяяна сльозами навіть у снах твоїх живе, коли мандрівки твої не мають мети та призначення, коли пошуки себе кращого широко глибоким забуттям душу охоплюють, у світі зледанілих слів перед обличчям самотності шоколадної, тоді у чорному дзеркалі з'являється ворог твій. It seems to me that the difference is significant and it can be heard. The first version belongs to artificial intelligence, and it's lifeless text in which words are combined somewhat senselessly. This text is difficult to read and it doesn't evoke any emotion. I hope that in second translation you felt the rhyme, you listen that it can be, and it's a little bit maybe influence if you nothing understand, but you just like a musician can to recognize this melody and try to catch it. And I think it's great because for me, when I play with this word, I create for myself this combinatory game with words. Like artist, I try to find this creative approach because for me, it's like what I can do, how I can influence. I use all my perception and I try that people just evoke little bit this perception and try to feel this emotion of our author put in this verse and try to find, because in schwarzen Spiegel, I found this melody. It not every verses have for me this opportunity to just catch this melody and try to work with this. But this structure, when I talk before a little bit about two pairs and the associations and the pictures which appeared when I work with it, just gave me a very great creative potential, just work with it, and it's helped me work with my self-awareness and self-discovery, discovering my sensority, sensation, how I can work with it, how I can influence for people. And for me, like was some research myself, research author, text and poems, and a very great opportunity to work with translation. And in our modern world, when we have a lot of possibilities to not to use the people, just use the machine, because now it's machine development very well. But I think that we need to try to save this creativity potential and work with it, because it's a very deep process. It's not like, okay, 30 minutes and now I translate this verse. It's very easy. Not, it's just really creative process for every people. And thank you for this opportunity today to talk about it. And I hope you feel this difference between two poems, two translation.
Thank you very much for your presentation. It was a very important presentation, also for this conference, because one of the main themes of the conference was the relationship between machines and human beings, and one of the results was only the human factor is the main factor, and machine is a tool. It's not intelligence itself. So very important what you did. Thank you very much.